Welcome to E3 Nintendo fans.
Yo, what's up, gamers? This is Yoshi One Up with One Up Island, and we got Tony here, Yogi Jiro, and we got Edgar Kastner as Edgar Kastner.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be talking about the Nintendo Direct. They didn't do a conference.
Actually, they call it the Nintendo Digital Event.
Digital event.
Yeah.
It's right. The next generation. It's all going digital. You can't even show up to the events anymore.
Yeah, so what, we just sat around a laptop?
Yeah, we were just in the hotel room. We got a laptop set up using all of our data minutes because the hotel was too cheap to give us free
Wi-Fi. We went over
Wi-Fi.
our limit, by the way.
$19.99 a day for Wi-Fi.
I know, right? Jesus.
It's ridiculous. Anyways.
Dicks.
So
we watched it on a laptop screen, which when the first start, when the beginning happened with like the spoilers, the fight between Iwata and Reggie, I was staring at it for a second, just going like, what the fuck is what?
Yeah.
What is this?
That was a pretty big thing, like them fighting and then the Mii's, right? Like did you want Mii's, Matt, in the game?
I actually didn't.
You didn't?
But after seeing it, I really want it now since they showed that there's 3 different styles.
Yeah, 3 different play styles.
Really cool.
It's great because like the Mii's are already going to be customizable, because you can you import anything that you have, and then to make the Mii's like their gameplay is customizable itself. It fits really well with that whole scheme.
So that's going to be like one of the big things that they have in Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But just the conference itself, or the digital event, I liked it because it was paced. There was no awkward pauses. There was no it sucks that there wasn't anybody there to react with. I mean, we were together, obviously, but like no one to react around you.
Mm-hmm.
But like the robot chicken thing, the pacing
great.
in between everything, like here's the little parts with them.
Yeah, and the whole robot chicken, sort of like how it's like little small segments, like it fit perfectly in between them. It was like, oh, and then you're like, oh, more games.
It's fun. It's video games. You gotta have fun.
Yeah.
Stop looking for fucking feels and shit. I mean, you can have that. Let's have some fun.
Yeah,
It's too hard to have. I love
It's
robot
too hard to
chicken.
have.
This is
no,
awesome.
it's worked out to make things fun. I think is what we're seeing, and Nintendo's the only company that's actually putting the effort to make things fun.
The 2 presidents of Nintendo were fighting in the beginning. Did the other CEOs do anything like that ever? Or?
Like a CG fight,
No,
they use actual
sales.
actors, and then they put CG around it to make it look like they didn't even use like little me characters. Like, oh look, they're fighting. No, it was them fighting. You were just like, I don't that. I think that was a great. That sort of thing. Like if you have a really great start and a really great finish, you can get away with some sort of lax in the middle, and I think that's what Nintendo did the best. They just came out like real strong, just like exploded, and you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they came
and
out
then
and
you were enraptured. You wanted to see what they had next.
They just confused the hell out of me in the very beginning. I mean, which is cool. And then after that, they just kind of
at least that's something. Like with every other event, like with every other thing, I was just sort of like, oh, okay, we're starting. Yep. Yeah. All right. Is this going to be a game I care about? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna go look at that chick in the tight top over there. All right. Well, this is boring. Like there was nothing. Like none of their presentations it got me excited at all.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think they're gonna keep doing it.
Robot chicken, get in here.
Yeah, we need robot chicken. But like, I'm trying to think of they showed so much stuff. Like Matt, you remember? I can't think right now. Like what they.
Well, one of I'm going to say the big thing that surprised me the most at this year's E3 in total was the new canvas curse for Kirby.
The curse of the rainbow.
Yeah, the rainbow, whatever. I did not it's obvious. It's an obvious sequel since the Wii U has the gamepad and it's got like the stylus and everything. But I never thought that I would ever see a sequel to that game. It was like,
is awesome.
I love that game. They're making another one.
And they did next gen clay graphics, which no one's done since Clay Fighter, but those were sprites. So
those are sprite clay.
But they did it. That's clay graphics, guys.
And people have been wanting Yoshi's Yarn to actually be like gameplay. What did you think about that?
Oh, I was excited. When I first saw it, I was like, it's going to be okay. And I didn't really like Yoshi's New Island, but this game looks really good.
Yeah,
it feels good.
Finally.
It's this weird. It might be good, but the problem is like the last Yoshi game wasn't that great.
Mediocre as fuck.
And then like Kirby's Epic Yarn that used the Yarn graphics before, that was really sort of just like not it. Like it was okay,
It's
but like
fun, trying to collect everything, but there's no challenge.
Yeah, there was no challenge. It was literally a game made for tiny babies.
Well,
it's fun though. It's a challenge if you're trying to find everything.
Yeah.
They did
You don't
say
have to die.
Yeah.
Kirby games, most of them are all easy.
they're all pretty.
They're all
easy.
fun.
Like, yeah,
Because you
because I'm
wanna play
playing the Kirby 3D Deluxe right now, or the Triple Deluxe, and I'm like, yeah, like it's easy, but I feel like that has me much more enamored than Epic Yarn ever did. I think it's also because they don't have a bunch of those fucking cutscenes that Epic Yarn had everywhere.
I couldn't play Epic Yarn again. It's done. But
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
you
this
played it
Yoshi
once.
game, no, it's
Yoshi
running
game
like Yoshi's Island fused with Yoshi's Story fused with that Kirby Epic Yarn game, just because of the yarn.
Yeah,
Just because of yarn. So that's
pretty much.
What if they went Yoshi Clay instead of yarn? Would that be weird? I mean, maybe that's what they should have done for
Next
Yoshi's.
generation.
Yeah, next gen. Maybe that's
Because
what they
Kirby
should have
had
done for-
yarn, now they give it to Yoshi. And so like we've got clay for this one. So next the Wii U 2, the Wii 2U that's going to come out next console generation. That's going to have a clay Yoshi.
I don't want that.
do you?
We do you.
We do.
No, stop it.
But no, it's Yoshi's Island.
We
Yoshi's
will rock
Story.
you too.
This is a sequel to Yoshi's Story, then, right?
Is it?
I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Dude, does anyone care about the story in Yoshi games?
Well, I don't
they
want.
have
No,
story.
no. Here's the problem. If there was a story, which we're going to Yoshi's Island because that actually had a pretty decent one, but you have to have a baby Mario on your back.
Yeah, you
no
don't
one
want- no one-
really
no one
wanted
wants-
that.
No.
I mean, as a gameplay
Nobody
mechanic,
wants
probably,
that.
but not the. No one wants that. And no, he's not there. And then they
Oh.
have co-op.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
co-op
nice.
looks
That
cool.
was awesome.
That-
Like,
that-
you run out of eggs, that's always a problem in
I'm
Yoshi
just gonna
games.
throw my
You
friend
turn your
everywhere.
friend into a ball of yarn.
Yeah, and actually, that's one thing that the Wii has been really good about is keeping that co-op element.
Yeah, at least there.
Because I think like most of the Wii U games, like you can play, like you can have your friends over and play multiplayer. Whereas it seems like maybe it's mostly on PC, but I've noticed like a lot of the console games, like it's like, oh, and you can play online if your friend has the console as well in the game.
That's usually how it goes. But
Because I mean, even that
they're-
Far Cry 4
you have to have
thing.
another console.
Yeah, you have to have the other console.
Co-op
and there's
gaming,
no, like,
couch
hanging out.
gaming's dead. Nintendo's the only people keeping it afloat, especially with Smash Brothers. Who else did they announce? Palutena, right?
Yeah, the Epic Goddess from
Kid Icarus.
not Pit, yeah, Kid Icarus.
From the game Pit. No, from Kid Icarus. That was at the very end. But I'm a Zelda fan, and the reveal of the game, whatever proper of the field.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, you can actually go to this mountain. It just feels like it's cool. You can finally do that in a Zelda game, but it feels like
Yeah, I mean,
We've done
games
it
already
before.
done that.
yeah, games already done it
But-
for like the
Yeah.
last 7
Yeah,
years.
we'll see.
But it looks cool, and I like there's everyone's bitching about there's Link a girl. It's like it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, like
Who cares?
he's always he's a young
He's very
elf boy.
androgynous
That's how
anyway.
he always looks,
Yeah.
anyways.
Conan O'Brien doesn't like elves, by the way.
I know why.
yeah.
It's a leprechaun thing. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, yeah, he's Irish.
Actually, and the one thing about Zelda, because I don't like Zelda games, like I can't play them. I get
all
bored
you do
with
is
them.
cut the grass.
I
But
cut
now
the
you have
grass.
infinite grass
Dude,
to
the
cut.
grass on there. First off, I got a boner from the grass. Like I was like, oh, I want to cut all that.
I
grass.
never seen grass like look like that.
Yeah,
before. That was awesome.
like it doesn't look like little patches. Like it looks like actual real
And
grass.
you can crawl into it and stuff.
And the one thing too is like where they kept showing that one scene, and I was like, it was just sort of sitting there, and you were just like, is that a cutscene? What's
Yeah, and
happening
you
there?
didn't know.
And then just slowly you saw that monster come out. It was like, oh shit, it's moving! Oh, that's the game! Like that's what Nintendo
Jesus
did.
Christ.
Yeah, that's what Nintendo did
excited.
really good. Is that like you had that anticipation? I was like, what is that? And then you see that big thing coming out. I don't even like Zelda, and I got excited about.
Well, and
that.
all the stuff that they they actually showed were actual games you could touch afterwards. Because
Yes.
I want to talk about the Treehouse event,
yeah.
which they did all fucking like the 2 days they did it straight, where they were playing games. Which we'll talk about those games later, like Splatoon, which I hated seeing over and over again. But like their Twitch channel was going like nonstop. Nintendo stuff, so that's cool. I mean, we want to see the games, but you also want to see them being played. Like we saw Xenoblade
Chronicles X.
So that actually finally got a title and a really
and it
weird.
looks like those Final Fantasy VIII cutscenes
Yeah,
moving.
they
It's so
look-
weird.
They look weird. So we got that revealed. Nothing super surprising. They did a lot of weird stuff afterwards. They didn't do a lot of stuff during the digital event.
Yeah, that was.
Like Project Steam, which is
That's right. I
or
heard about
weird-
that.
It kind of like Valkyria Chronicles or whatever.
Yeah,
but
which
different.
I love that game.
And Abraham Lincoln made a group of people to go fight aliens. Which
The
is
only way
weird.
they could make it better. Oh wait, he's gonna be fighting aliens.
I don't think he is. I think he created a team. I didn't really look too much
like
into
it.
it because I was busy afterwards. But the digital event, it was short. It was pretty sweet. I mean, everything. It was punctual. The robot chicken stuff was pretty sweet. And I like how Nintendo's
it fit
aware.
well with all the atmosphere of the presentation.
Yeah, and they felt. I feel like they're aware of the things, like the Starfox.
They are listening.
They're listening. I just hate like. Miyamoto was showing like the TV screen of him when he was talking, and it's just the blurry screen. You can tell it's Starfox, but he still have to hide it for some reason.
I see Falco.
I think they were,
it was
like
an ultra
wink.
alpha, dude. It looked like the 64 level.
Well, yeah, it looked like
first level.
it looked like, but why tease it like that? Like I don't.
What's the difference between a fake CGI trailer? He just saying he's working on it.
Yeah, it's just weird that he was all like, "Oh, hey, by the way, look at me in the thing that you can't see." Like they even put the camera on the screen, and then
they blurred it.
it.
I loved the blur. That was a hilarious little subtle little joke
on the gamepad and the TV
and the gamepad and the TV. Like, why want both?
They got it all covered.
It's dumb. Oh, amiibos. Are you gonna get those?
Yes, and as a collector,
I don't buy action figures.
Yeah, but
anymore.
you can use them to have characters in your video games.
I'm gonna look like a child when I'm trying to pick up chicks.
you're playing games.
But the thing is that these chicks.
Well, I'm gonna play games in front of them, but like I'll play like Mario and shit. But I don't want a Mario statue. I don't make me look like a fake.
Yeah, you do.
Bust out the Mario statue. Here you go, ladies.
You're gonna get a utility belt. And
like that's why I got the dark shit. God,
You're really bad.
I'm like a minus lives. I'm the only one who's hitting the microphone stands.
Again, we haven't done this in a while, which is why I don't know why we're doing like 20 videos. Because
you see, here's the thing: is we need to go extra professional. We need the ones that come down from the ceiling. Yes, I do want that, but you need one just for me, apparently.
Apparently, or you just duct tape your hands to the chair.
Yeah, I'll sit on my hands.
Oh, but I'm gonna grade it first, A motherfucking plus, because damn, like everything just kept going. I was like, all right, they revealed all the things they wanted them to reveal, and they did it in a way that, like the Starfox fucking thing, it's kind of stupid, but I'll let that slide. But everything else was like the games that we wanted to know about, we know about. Mm-hmm. And again, the Treehouse event stuff afterwards, like they pretty much just went through E3 and nobody paid attention to anybody else. Like I was reading about how like people were just sitting there. They watched Nintendo all day. Like everyone on like NeoGAF and 4chan and everywhere. They're all like.
Some people were saying the Treehouse was boring, but I was like, no, you're supposed to compare that to streams.
Well, no,
you don't compare it to conferences.
Right.
And that's the problem. We're like, oh, it just kept going. No, they're talking about the game. They're getting deep into it. And if you don't care about the game, yeah, of course it's going to be like kind of.
You tune out, you watch something else, and come back to it.
I tuned out on Splatoon like a bajillion times. They showed that way too much, though. I do have to say that.
They are really excited about this new IP, and it's one of those games like it looks like a Nickelodeon cartoon.
That's what I thought it was when they first showed it. Or Mario. I thought it was like Mario.
It looked very interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was Mario Sunshine 2.
Yeah,
because of the way they showed like the paint.
I was like, oh.
I was like,
actually, now you know how they got like the viscera cleanup detail, whatever.
Yeah, that's what Mario.
I want Super Mario Sunshine 2 to be that for that game. You have to go through the areas and shit, and like the problem is it looks like an uninteresting Nickelodeon cartoon. It looks like a Nickelodeon cartoon, but it looks like one I would never want to watch. But I think also because it's a sort of like team-based third-person shooter thing, which.
4-on-4, which is cool.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be very interested in it, but I'll give if they give me a demo, I'll try it out.
Yeah, at least Nintendo's trying to show us new things. But,
exactly, and showing us new things with gameplay.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's why they get an A+++, because there's games with gameplay. Like, and then they even showed more gameplay afterwards. It wasn't just CG trailer and then nothing. Like. It was cool to see and play all that stuff.
Well, I didn't care about Splatoon at all until we saw it. It is awesome. It has more gameplay mechanics than most shooters.
Yeah, I like.
There's a lot to it.
You can duck in your own ink.
It's pure fun.
It'd be great, if you had kids and you wanted them to play something, that's the game you get them.
My first person shooter.
Exactly. Is it first person or third person?
Oh, I guess my first third person.
Yeah, it's I'd rather get my kid that than fucking Gears of War.
Well, I would hope so.
Oh my god. And that's the thing too is I almost wonder if there's going to be some sort of backlash against like it's made for kids, but kids are are gonna be like, "That's for kids. I don't want to play that. I want to play more Call of Halo."
Well, then I'll fucking play it. I don't care.
Yeah, I remember I saw this picture where it was like, okay, like here's the intended audience, like a mature gamer for like Call of Duty, and then the actual game, the actual people who play it are kids. Splatoon is made for kids, but the actual people who play it are going to be adults.
Oh yeah, because at the Treehouse it was packed.
Yeah, there was lines.
It was lines for Splatoon. It was huge. Mm-hmm. It was one of the top games at E3. Which is weird. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, ugh.
Like, can you imagine, like, a cartoony as fuck game like that being the number one thing at E3 in this day and age? Nintendo has, like, some sort of black magic, and I approve.
It was huge. I don't know.
They definitely got it. They won E3. If even if there wasn't a pissing contest, which there is, they still won. Pissing contest.
Yeah. They won because look how many squirt guns they have.
They have a lot of squirt guns.
Yeah,
I'm glad they got out of that pageant show.
Yeah, like this is different. A lot of people are saying that they want the other companies to do kind of like the Treehouse thing.
Yeah,
and just like they don't need to spend $1 million whatever dollars on.
But they can't because those are CGI trailers. You can't play them.
It's true.
That's that. I think that's why. Like, I remember, because I remember thinking back to like the old days of E3 conferences where I'd read them in the magazines. Like, I'd see people at the booths playing the games,
playing the games.
And now, like, they have so little gameplay. Like, they do these big presentations for the games they don't have any gameplay for. Well, and like that's all we saw for the other companies.
Yeah, I mean, at least we didn't see PowerPoint presentations.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw...
This game has lots of megapixels.
Yeah, we didn't see that type of shit. So, I mean, it's definitely evolving. But I think Nintendo is evolving past everybody. Even though everyone complained, like, oh, Nintendo's not going to be at E3. Oh, they're not going to have a presentation. And look what they did.
You don't need a pageant show.
And all those people who complained about it not being at E3, they didn't go to E3.
True, but
like, we went, and we still think Nintendo was the best.
Yeah, but people could watch it on Twitch.
Exactly.
Like there was like, well, maybe we can talk. Well, Smash Brothers Invitational, over 200,000 people on both Nintendo and Nintendo's Twitch and Twitch TV, like the main page, and then their YouTube. So they're streaming at 3 different places. Almost about, I think, 200,000. That's bigger. That's huge for Nintendo. That's huge numbers. And like the Smash Invitational, which is pretty cool, except for Keeley. He hates Pikachu.
Oh yeah,
yes. And then the media.
That's a long history.
Media thing was really.
He lost his girlfriend to Pikachu.
Probably back in the day. But the Smash, I guess for them, the press conference, which the digital event, and then they had the Treehouse, and then they had the Smash Invitational. Like they owned E3.
They just had a huge presence.
Yeah, they had a huge presence, even though people think, people are like, they're not going to be here that much. Like last year, they had the press conference, but they didn't do the streaming stuff. Mm-hmm. They just, they wanted the press and the media and whoever was there to talk about it through their, word of mouth and whatnot. But this time they wanted everybody to see it, and everyone did. Like, I really want Mario Maker.
Yeah,
which looks awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I hated seeing Splatoon over and over again, I want it.
Yeah.
I want to touch it. I want to try it at least.
Yeah, I want to try it. We didn't get a chance. Lines were too long. And then, the Chronicle, Xenogear, is it Xenosaga?
X, dude.
Yeah,
no, it's
X.
Xenoblade Chronicles
Xenoblade
X.
Chronicles X. Just call it X. Yeah, X.
It's X, the one with the mechs.
Yeah, the one with the mechs. I want to play that. They showed that. They played that for 20 minutes. And it was cool to see the developers. These are actual people who made the game rather than some PR person.
Yeah.
Trying to, like, spice it up. And they did a good job at presenting the games during the Treehouse. Like, I wasn't... even though some of the translators were kind of spotty, but whatever they're going to do, it's kind of hard. But
they do it on the fly, so
they do it on the fly.
What do you guys think of Captain Toad?
We'll talk about Captain Toad later.
Okay.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, which we should actually kind of.
Yeah, well, my grade for the thing for Nintendo, it got an A as soon as I saw Bayonetta and those additional costumes. There you go. A slotted an A right on the wall.
Those look silly.
Oh my god! Sorry about your keyboard, gay.
Yeah, and then Matt, what are you? You're a Nintendo fanboy, apparently. So,
I would give it an A-.
Why? Why the minus?
I want a big game. Like, no, I mean, for me, this is for me. I already seen Smash Brothers. I already seen all these other things. I wanted that game. I suck at Zelda. Just like Edgar. But I love Mario.
Yeah.
But I already got my Mario games. I'm spoiled. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I got everything I wanted. Everyone in Smash that I wanted there, and I'm sorry.
Well, right at the beginning, Reggie even said there's gonna be no new Mario game.
I know.
He even said it.
But you still expected something.
Mario Maker.
Mario Party.
That
Oh,
was
yeah, I forgot about
afterwards.
I know.
That was at the Treehouse. Doesn't count. But A
Oh, I mean,
minus.
big games. I mean,
Yeah, there
No,
was
no,
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 there was
big
no
game. What are you
huge
talking about?
like the big IP that they were pushing was Splatoon, which I don't think any of us are like. It wasn't a huge game for us, so I understand where he's coming from. Like he didn't have that like.
I would.
I
Oh,
wanna buy
okay,
that
okay.
game right now.
I would have had it if Starfox had a shitty CGI trailer. That thing when they showed it, I was like, okay, I know he's working on it now, but you could have, Starfox.
It should have been like Miyamoto.
it-
What are you doing? Look at the screen. You
That's
gotta
just
do
me.
a barrel roll.
I'm just being selfish, but it was an A. It was really good. A
Yeah,
minus.
you're being selfish with the grades. You should never be a teacher.
I want a really nothing
never
got my
again.
heart going. I was like, oh my god.
What about Captain Toad? We'll talk about
The
it.
top
Captain
game.
Toad?
Sign
My
us
heart
off.
didn't
Sign us
explode.
off. We're at 20 minutes. We're done.
Love
Say
you,
goodbye. No, don't say that.
gamers.